Welcome to the Imbolc meditation on reigniting passion in your life. Now, when I use the word passion, I'm not just talking about relationships and sensuality. I am talking about passions for hobbies and life in general. So, before we begin, I would like you to think for a moment about some passions that have gone away. Maybe there were things you were very passionate about as a child, right? There were things that you really thought that you would do as a child. Maybe there are hobbies that you let go of, but you really enjoyed because of work or scheduling. Maybe there is a friend that you miss connecting with, that you really enjoyed having passionate debates over, or really strong conversations over a cup of coffee, and it just lit you up inside. So another way to think about passions is what lights you up, what makes you forget everything else around you, and you're just feeling so excited or happy or zen or in the moment when you do this certain thing, or you are with this certain person, or you have this kind of activity in your day, such as yoga, daily meditation. Are there habits that you have kept, but you've kind of lost your passion for, right? Are you doing kind of the same routine all the time, taking the same walk or doing the same meditation, and it's not really feeling as invigorating? So take a moment, just think about those things before we begin the actual meditation, because I didn't want to just throw those questions at you when you weren't ready. So if you want to, you can pause this meditation. Take a moment to journal about either what you're passionate about, what you want to return to, what lights you up, what you want to do more of, any of those variations of this. Take a moment, pause, and then come back when you're ready. Okay, so I'm going to invite you to get comfortable, whatever that means for you. That could be sitting in a chair, sitting on the floor, laying down, however you feel comfortable. And we will be exploring the energy of Imbolc. And Imbolc is a holiday between winter and spring, and it's a time to relight your own inner fire and passion to prepare you for an energizing spring. So when you are ready, if you feel comfortable, please close your eyes. Take a deep breath that fills up your belly and let it out with a sigh. And take 2 more breaths like that. Really letting yourself sink into the moment. If and when thoughts pop up, that's okay. Observe them, let them go. We're just getting here now, into the moment, sinking into the surface below you, taking deep breaths. Take a moment and turn inward and focus on the feelings of your body. Let's go to your right foot. Let's just focus on the right foot. Does it need to be readjusted? Can it become more comfortable? And then let's go up to the left shoulder. Same thing. There's the left shoulder. Let's go all the way down to the left arm. Fingers, do they need to be changed or moved around? Do they need any tension released? And then let's go to the left foot and then up the left leg, through the pelvis, down to the right leg. Does anything need to be readjusted? Does any tension need to be released? And up to the right shoulder, down the right arm, across the chest, up to the left shoulder, down the left arm. Does anything need to be released or changed? Readjust if you need to your back or your belly. Let things go. Check in with your jaw and your eyes. Are you holding any tension in your face? Just let yourself become as comfortable as you can. Take another deep breath, let it out. And I'm going to ask you to envision yourself standing in a wooded place, a forest, a place with lots of trees, a park. It could be a place you've been to or a place you haven't been to. And we're going to get on a forest path and begin walking on this path, and it's a meandering path, right? You can't really see much of what's going on ahead of you. You're going to envision yourself walking on this meandering forest path. Know that you are safe, feels familiar, And you're going to be walking to a garden, and it's your garden. And it may be one you haven't tended to in a while, maybe one you haven't visited in a while. And it's winter here, but as you walk down this meandering path, you're starting to see some signs of spring, some little green popping up through the ground or the snow. And you're meandering, and you start to see there's clearing coming up, and you recognize that, oh yes, it's my garden. There's an archway of stone. We're going to pause at the archway of stone, and you're going to peer into the garden and just take a moment to see what's there. Is there a bench or a fountain? Is there any kind of building? What kind of plants are there? Has winter affected this garden, or is your garden perpetually in spring or summer? Take a moment and just notice your garden. And in the center of the garden, there is a little place to build a fire. So take notice of that and start to walk towards it. You can take your time taking in the garden and the animals and the flowers and the things that are present or aren't present, and that's okay too. And you get to the fire pit, and you notice that there is everything you need to build a fire. And even if you've never built one before, you know how right now. And there are also 3 candles sitting there, unlit, untouched. And you look over to your left and you see a little table with 3 candle holders. It's like an outdoor altar. And then it comes to you that yes, you need to light this fire, and you can do it any way you want. You can do it by, rubbing sticks together. You suddenly could have a lighter. You could snap your fingers, but you're going to get this fire going. And once the fire starts to begin to grow, you stand there and you realize, this felt good. It felt good to light your own inner fire in your inner garden again, right? And it's a safe fire. It is not, no one's in danger. It's completely contained. There's no wind. It's a beautifully safe fire, a magical fire. And you look at the 3 candles, and I want you to think about 3 things, 3 aspects of your life that you need to add some passion, some light, some fire energy to, right? These could be hobbies, these could be relationships, these could be routines. And I want you to focus on 3 things that if you add a little fire and passion to, would really revitalize you, would make you feel excited again, would bring back that passion for life. And come spring, you would probably feel much happier, much healthier. So take your first candle and think about the first aspect of your life that you want to add a little flame to, and touch the wick to your fire that you built, and then walk it over to your altar and place it in the candle holder. And now you're going to walk back and grab your second candlestick, and you're going to light that wick on fire from your fire that you built. Think about the next thing you want to add fire or passion to, and then walk it over to your altar. And now you're going to grab your third candlestick. Think of your third thing that you want to add some fire, or passion, or revitalization to, some energy to, some light to. Light your candle, and then walk it over to the altar. And take a moment to sit down at the fire you built and look at your candles. And I want you to notice them burning. Are they all burning at the same pace? Is one burning faster or slower? Just take notice, no wrong thing. And then take a moment to look around your garden. Think about what you want to plant or accomplish or dream up for spring. Just take a moment to think about that. And how will these candles, these passions help you come spring? I want you to envision that. I want you to envision yourself in the springtime with these passions already relit, right? You're already doing the hobby. You're already having the better relationship, whatever it is that you focused on. I want you to take a moment sitting by the fire and envision your future self with these fires already lit inside, with you lit up, with you happier. And then I would like you to take a moment and put your fire out, the one that you built. And as you do so, a little fox wanders up. And he's quite a cute little friendly fellow. And he promises to tend to your altar in your garden until your candles burn down safely. And you thank the fox, and he sits by your altar like a little sweet guard. And you turn around and you look at your garden one more time, thanking the fox yet again. And you start to walk towards the archway to leave your garden. You're now leaving your garden. You start walking down your meandering pathway, and you feel lighter. You feel like you released something, that you have a plan. You feel empowered. You feel excited for spring to come and for these things to be changed. And you feel hopeful. There's a strong feeling of hope for yourself. And you're walking down the path, holding on to that hope. And we're going to come back with the hope in our heart into the room. Notice sounds around you. Feel your body, any sensations in your body. Maybe take a deep breath or swallow. Slowly flutter your eyes open. And I strongly encourage you to journal about your experience and about the 3 candles you lit. And may the magic go where it needs to go. May the healing go where it needs to go. May the passions be lit. May the fire be there. Blessed be.